Hello, my name is Lucy, and I'm here with School Garden Project. Today, we are going to discover how you can have fun learning like a scientist with a few simple strategies. The only materials you'll need during this activity are your senses. Let's get started. When you hear the word science, what do you think about? What do scientists do? Maybe you thought about someone in a lab coat, someone digging for fossils, or something else. There are lots of different types of scientists. All scientists do these things. They make observations about the world around them. They use evidence to explain something. They design solutions to problems. Scientists share their ideas in lots of different ways, through talking, writing, drawing, demonstrating, and more. Scientists make mistakes and learn from their mistakes. And they have fun. But how do scientists learn? They look for patterns. Scientists notice connections between things. They ask questions. Now that we have a little more information about scientists, I want to share something with you. You can learn like a scientist every single day, and you probably already do. Let's dive into a couple tips that will help you use your curiosity to explore the world around you. First, exploring and learning like a scientist starts with our detective skills. Detective skills are observation skills. Detectives aren't just lucky to discover things. Instead, they use their senses to observe the world around them, and they practice a lot. What are our 5 senses? That's right, sight, touch, hearing, smell, and taste. How do we use our senses to make observations? We're going to practice right now. We'll be using a couple sentence starters to make our observations really simple. The first one we will use is I notice. An important thing to remember when making observations is that we're going to try to focus on things we can notice using our senses rather than sharing an opinion. Let me demonstrate. First, we need an object. Ideally something natural, but you could pick anything that you can see around you. I've picked this leaf right here. All right, let me show you this leaf a little closer. Notice that this leaf has little dark speckles all over it. I notice that this leaf is smooth when I touch it. I notice that this leaf doesn't have a strong smell. And I notice it is about as long as my finger. Now it's your turn. Try using the sentence starter, I notice, to make a couple observations about an object near you. Feel free to pause this video right now so you can give yourself a chance to try. Nice job. Next, we're going to try using the phrase, I wonder, about the same object. I'm going to give you a couple examples and then let you try for yourself. I wonder why there are so many dark speckles on this leaf. What caused those speckles? I wonder how long ago this leaf fell off a tree. I wonder where the tree is that it came from. Now it's your turn to make a couple I wonder statements about your object. Please pause this video so you can give yourself a chance to try. Nice job! This is the first step to learning like a scientist. After a scientist makes observations and asks questions, they further explore their curiosity to use evidence to explain something. This often involves gathering more information or making more observations. For example, I wondered where this leaf came from and what tree it fell from. After noticing a pattern in the leaves on the ground, I found a tree that matched the same type of leaves that were on my grass, and it wasn't even in my yard, it was in my neighbor's yard. So I drew a picture, I labeled my picture, then I shared it with someone else and described to them what I learned. All right, let's recap what we learned today. To think like a scientist is to observe the world around you. Use your senses, notice patterns, ask questions and wonder things, use evidence to explain something, and share your ideas with other people. You can use the I notice and I wonder statements to practice thinking like a scientist every day. Now it's time for your bonus challenges. I challenge you to try using another phrase to start your sentence. It reminds me of. When we use the phrase, it reminds me of, it helps us think about other connections to things we've noticed or observed in our lives before. Remember, there's no wrong answer. Another fun challenge would be to draw or write about what you find, what observations you make, what questions or wonders you have, and even better, to share those ideas with someone else. That's it for today. Have fun observing the world around you and thinking like a scientist. See you next time.